F around and find out. Now, this is the true meaning of what effing around and finding out truly means, because a lot of people did F around and now they are finding out. Hello, viewers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, I welcome you to another F around and find out video where we'll be taking a look into the world of regretful Trump voters. Now, it's been a wild ride since the election, and many of those who cast their ballots for Trump are now realizing the consequences of their decision. From skyrocketing prices due to tariffs to the devastating impact of federal grant cuts on essential programs like special education, the effects of Trump's policies are hitting close to home for many of his supporters. Now, I will be sharing some shocking stories of regret, including a diehard Trump supporter who just discovered that her teaching position is funded by a federal grant that's now at risk. It's not just individual voters who are feeling the regret. Either Muslim and Arab communities are now reaching out to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris for help, realizing that Trump's policies may not have been in their best interests after all. So with that said, let's take a look at these videos. I will be right back, and when I do, I'll share more on this.
For the latest election update, voters in ruby red states are regretting their vote. Please repost this because they did not know that Obamacare is the Affordable Care Act. Now they need to know because it's going to be done away with. Tariffs are happening, y'all. I've already seen prices skyrocket. Ladies, they're saying stock up on makeup, which I will be doing because makeup could increase 60%. People in the trucking industry are not getting bonuses and losing their jobs right now. And Nick Fuentes, the Your Body, My Choice guy, his address got leaked and now he's worried for his safety.
I got on a find out story that I want to share with everyone because it's a good one. Now, granted, the find out part hasn't been 100% realized, but somebody in their pants right now. Good family friend works as a teacher in a local school district and as a special education teacher. Diehard Trump fan, voted for Trump, was beating her chest all about it. Mid-30s, she actually just got this job a couple of years ago and was very excited about the opportunity. But what she didn't realize for some reason, and just recently found out yesterday, in fact, was that her position is 100% funded by a federal grant from the OSEP program. Yeah, OSEP is Office of Special Education. It's a division of the U.S. Department of Education, and they provide federal funding in the form of grants to assist in local communities, ensuring that they have proper coverage, if you will, and funding for special education needs. This lady's job is 100% funded by that office. So the find out hasn't been 100% realized, but this lady is scared because now all of a sudden she does care about the Department of Education and she does appreciate it. She flat out said that she didn't know that, and if she had, maybe she might not have voted for Trump. The reason she says that is because she knows and believes that Trump is, in fact, going after the Department of Education. She didn't think it affected her, so she didn't give a. She gives up now. So I don't want to laugh at the lady. It sucks, but at the same time, MAGA.
Oh my god, guys, the fuck around and find out tag is so funny. I've been enjoying video after video of watching these people find out in real time, and today I actually had this experience for myself. I was having a conversation with a Latino Orange Man supporter who is not a birthright citizen. This person is a citizen who's come here and has been naturalized. And he was really happy with the idea of deporting all undocumented immigrants. However, he is now finding out through real-time conversations what denaturalization means. He is now finding out that the Haitian immigrants were here legally. He's not too happy. Oops. Sorry. Should have thought about that one beforehand. Well, this is your bed.
Just found out, even though I'm an American citizen, I'm getting sent back to Mexico. You look all bitter and all shocked. Come on now, bro. You should have knew this shit a long time ago. We've been warning you guys for years and months, but some of you guys just don't understand. I get it. You know what it is? A lot of you know Sabo kids, and that's exactly what you guys are. You guys vote for Trump. You guys are part of the Trump cult as well. But you know why? Because you guys vote for Trump because of your favorite influencers, your favorite rappers, your favorite celebrities. That's exactly why. Y'all don't even do y'all's research. And this is embarrassing, bro, because you're part of the own blood like me. The Hispanic and Latino movement. Come on. Someone's going to have to do it for the Latinos. Literally, someone's going to have to do it for the Latino. I don't know who it is, but I mean, I'm glad Harris is really pushing through, but I'm still surprised she lost, you know? But what I'm saying is, like, you guys are going to get backstabbed too. You know what Trump did? I'll tell you exactly what Trump did. He used all of you guys. Have you noticed how he talks about blacks for Trump, Latinos for Trump, but he doesn't talk about whites for Trump? He doesn't talk about Asians for Trump. He doesn't talk about Indians for Trump. He's only targeting you because he knows that think about it like this. He knows that there's more Hispanics, there's more Latinos, more than whites, more than he knows that we got power, bro, but he wants to use you guys to give him more power. Does that make sense? So try to put that in your mind and try to let that sink in. But look, you guys got to start educating, man, y'all's daughters and sons seriously, because this is embarrassing. Literally, how are you giving this more power? He's a dictator, bro. God, I don't understand. I really don't understand. I get it. You guys just want to vote because, oh yeah, my favorite rapper influencer voted for him. God, man, just be embarrassed already. Literally, but I don't even know what to say in this video. Like, all these kids are just no Savo kids, straight high school or in their high school, or no, straight out of high school, because, you know, you got to be 18 to vote. But, man, I don't even know.
So, hi. I didn't want to talk about politics too much because it's everywhere on TikTok, but it happened to me in real life, and I just had to share it because it's just, I really thought a lot of these things were exaggerated. And I can't go into too much. I don't want to point fingers too terribly. I know everyone's like, just point fingers. But this person, it's happened to me. This was like a face-to-face conversation. That's, I think, what shocked me the most. Because people on the internet are everywhere, and they're largely not very bright. I have been to the South. It's a thing. But yeah, here in New York State, I was like, okay. And the person was like, oh, everyone's mad at me because I voted for Trump. And I was like, I said, well, that was a decision. Again, I had to be professional in this setting, and they have their health insurance through the Affordable Care Act, and they did not know that was Obamacare, which Obamacare is not a thing. Obamacare is what, like, politics calls it. It's actually the Affordable Care Act that Obama put into place when he was president. A lot of people use that for their medical care. This person uses it for their medical care. This person's upset because they just learned that it was the same thing. And then people are mad at them. And I don't know what my face did. I'm sure my face did things. But I was just like, oh, yeah, yep, that's the thing. And I was like, you should look into tariffs. And then I backed away slowly out of the conversation because that was painful enough as it was. But I had to share. I thought this was an exaggeration of how uninformed, I don't know what to say, I don't know what words to use, uninformed people are. How people didn't just do a basic Google search on things before they voted. I mean, you're going to get what you voted for, and that's absolutely fine. That's what you should get. But don't talk to me about people not liking you, and then you're upset about your medical care because there's a condition, there's like a pre-existing thing. It was a conversation that I did not want to be a part of. But yeah, this is real. This is a real thing. So that's my 2 cents.
Let's keep around and find out train going, as Trump has just said he is going to levy a 25% tariff on both Canada and Mexico. 47% of the minerals, oils, and cement that we import come from Canada, and about that same percent, about 46.5% of our wood, cork, and paper come from Canada as well. Hey, guess what we build houses out of? It's wood. So all those houses that you guys thought were going to be so much cheaper, no, they're going to be a lot more. Oh, in Mexico, almost 73% of our agricultural imports come from that country. That includes distilled spirits, fruits, and vegetables. So those grocery prices you thought were going to go down? Yeah. No, they're not. So not only can you not afford the tequila that's going to come in from Mexico, you won't be able to afford the limes to chase it with either. So, yep, enjoy your 25% tariff. You turn around and now you're going to find out.
So all these Muslim and Arabic people started that campaign to vote against Kamala Harris, talking about the Abandon Harris campaign. And now that Donald Trump is doing what he said he was going to do, which is not care about Palestine, now they want to get it on here and beg Biden and Harris for help? Say that they have to do something before it stains their reputation before they leave office? And you dedicated your resources to voting for the man who said to turn it basically into a parking lot? Y'all are...
Now, talking about some Muslims and Arab Americans who voted for Trump, who are now being concerned about his picks for key positions, which is really a shock because they thought that maybe Trump was going to be on their side and maybe was going to help them. But it turns out that just a week after winning several of the nation's largest Arab majority cities, President-elect Donald Trump did fill top administration posts with staunch Israel supporters, including an ambassador to Israel who has claimed there is no such thing as Palestinians. Meanwhile, the two Trump advisors who led his outreach to Arab Americans have not even yet secured positions in the administration yet. The selections did prompt mixed reactions among Arab Americans and the Muslims in Michigan, which went for Trump along with all 6 other battleground states. Now, some noted Trump's long-standing support for Israel and said their vote against Vice President Kamala Harris was not necessarily an endorsement of him. Others who openly supported him said he will be the final decision maker on policy and hope he will keep his promise of achieving an end to the conflicts in the Middle East. Let's also talk about how American consumers will bear the burden of Trump's tariffs. It's no secret that President-elect Donald Trump did promise to implement sweeping new tariffs aimed at protecting American industries, promoting domestic manufacturing, and reducing reliance on foreign imports. Now, Trump said he intends to implement 60% tariffs on Chinese imports and 10 to 20% tariffs on products from other countries, arguing that the measures can create more factory jobs, shrink the federal deficit, and lower prices for American-made goods by making foreign goods more expensive. Now, tariffs imposed during the first Trump term and continued and extended under Biden did not achieve all of the promised outcomes. Furthermore, research shows that if the new tariffs are fully passed on, they could increase inflation and cost American consumers up to $2,400 per capita annually. Now, this potential increase in consumer costs and inflation could have widespread economic implications, particularly in an economy where consumer spending accounts for 70% of all activity. Now, just like we have heard in the videos, a sister did say that tariffs are already happening and she's seen prices skyrocket, and she was even talking about an increase in makeup products which are likely to go up to 60%. Now, historically, tariffs have been used to protect domestic industries from foreign competition by making imported goods more expensive. However, this means that the increased costs are often passed down the supply chain, ultimately reaching the end consumer. Now, this phenomenon was evident during the previous trade disputes between the US and China. Take, for example, the Trump administration's tariffs on washing machines. In February 2018, a 20% tariff was implemented on all imported large residential washing machines. And according to the Consumer Price Inflation Report, there was no immediate impact for the first 4 months as retailers sold off their existing inventory that wasn't subject to the tariff. However, consumer prices increased by 12% in the following months. And since US manufacturers produce washing machines that are not subject to these tariffs, it appears that consumers bore more than 60% of the tariff cost on foreign-made appliances. The remaining costs were absorbed by retailers' profit margins or through price reductions by foreign producers. Honestly, this is indeed the true definition of F around and find out. Now, for those who are just now realizing how Trump's policies are going to affect them, it's going to be a long and painful 4 years. Oh my, oh my. Many of these individuals were so caught up in the hype and rhetoric of the Trump campaign that they didn't even take the time to fully understand the implications of his policies. Now they're facing the consequences of their decisions, and it's not pretty. Why? From skyrocketing prices due to tariffs to the devastating impact of federal grant cuts on essential programs, the effects of Trump's policies are hitting close to home for many of his supporters. And let's be real, it's not like they weren't warned. Many experts sounded the alarm about the potential consequences of Trump's policies, but they were ignored or dismissed. Not just experts, like people who could see, who could read through the lines, did say something, but no. Others were saying that they're voting for Trump because they wanted to punish Biden and Harris for what they're doing to Palestine. Now, I don't know what is going to happen. Like, it's really, really shocking to see how some Muslim and Arab voters who supported Trump are now facing the consequences of their decision. You know, like many of them voted for Trump as a way to punish Biden and Harris, largely due to the Biden administration's support for Israel and the war in Gaza. However, it seems they didn't think through the potential repercussions of a Trump presidency. Fast forward to today, and Trump has already appointed someone who outright denies the existence of Palestine. Now, this is a staggering blow to the Muslim and Arab communities who have long advocated for Palestinian rights and self-determination. It's ironic that these voters thought they were punishing Biden and Harris, but in reality, they've ended up punishing themselves and their own community. The consequences of their decision will likely be felt for years to come. Some Arab Americans who voted for Trump are now expressing concern about his appointments and policies. It's a classic case of be careful what you wish for, because sometimes it's even better off to just stick to the devil you know than the angel that you don't know. But hey, it is what it is. We have finally come to the end of the video, but what do my viewers have to say? Share your thoughts, your views as well in the comment section, and let's have a conversation there. Don't forget to give my video a thumbs up if you like my content, and see you in my next video.